Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the next lesson, reproduction. Reproduction is a characteristic of living organisms. Fertilization is the process in which the male gamete, sperm, fuses with the female gamete's egg to form a zygote. That is called fertilization. Different animals reproduce in different ways. Certain animals give birth to young ones, while others lay eggs from which the young ones hatch. Have you seen the young one of a dog look like a cat? Or that of a donkey look like a lion? No. Reproduction is the process by which living things give birth to a new generation of organisms of the same kind without. Okay, so what is reproduction? Reproduction is the process by which living things produce offsprings. Offsprings are nothing but the young ones of their own kind. Without producing more individuals, a species would not be able to survive generation after generation. By the process of reproduction, the various species continue to live and ensure biodiversity, which is essential for maintaining balance in nature. But even though the reproductive system is important of keeping the species alive, unlike other processes, it is not essential for keeping an individual organism alive. So reproduction is very, very important. Okay, so that only the generation after generation, the life will be continued. So it is the process by which the living organisms produce offsprings, that is young ones. Okay, and there are two types of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction and the other is sexual reproduction. So what are the two types of reproduction? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Now let us see asexual reproduction. The reproduction in which offsprings are produced by a single parent without the union of sex cells is called asexual reproduction. Okay, so only one parent is involved in producing the young ones. So the reproduction in which the young ones are produced by a single parent without the union of the sex cells, that is called asexual reproduction. See, the production of new organisms is from one parent. So the offspring produced by the asexual reproduction has the genetic material of only one individual and it is an identical copy of it. And there are many organisms reproduce by asexual methods. And some examples have given here: amoeba, sponges, starfish, and hydra. So these are some of the examples for this. Animals undergoes asexual reproduction. And there are two types of asexual reproduction. Okay. One is binary fission. Binary fission means bi. Bi means two. Fission, breaking. So binary fission, from the name itself we can understand. Break into two pieces. So here this binary fission involves division of an organism into two individuals. So example is amoeba is given. Some unicellular organisms like bacteria, algae, fungi, paramecium, amoeba are some of the examples of this type of binary fission. Okay, so in this method, the nucleus is, this is the nucleus. So the nucleus first splits, that means divide. It divides into two nuclei. Then next the body divides into two parts. So first the genetic material nucleus divides into two nuclei, plural it is nuclei. And next the body divides into two equal or two parts, each part getting a nucleus. Okay, finally two daughter cells are produced. So binary fission is nothing but the divides into two. Okay, division of an organisms into two individuals. So here the nucleus splits or breaks first into two nuclei, and then the body divides into two, each part getting a nucleus, and lead an independent life. Second method of asexual reproduction is budding. Forms bud. Okay, so best example is hydra. In hydra, this type of reproduction is taking place. See, hydra is a multicellular animal and it reproduces asexually by budding. So some cells of hydra form a protrusion. See, this is the protrusion. Protrusion is nothing but the projection. Okay, so some cells of hydra form a protrusion or a small bud, and the bud grows into a fully matured hydra. So the bud grows into a fully matured hydra, which breaks away or detached from the mother or the parent organism and lead an independent life. The offspring is smaller than the parent. So in hydra, budding, by budding the reproduction takes place. So here some cells of hydra form a bud, and the bud grows and fully it matured, and finally it detached from the parent and then lead an independent life, and this younger offspring is smaller than the parent hydra. Okay, students, so now let us recap today's portion. So today we have learned what is reproduction and what are the types of reproduction, and then we learned the asexual reproduction. Let us recap once. What is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of male and female gametes. What is the male gamete? Okay, the sperm, and the female gamete is the ovum. So some organisms give birth to young ones and some lay eggs and the young ones come out afterwards. Then reproduction is the process by which living things produce offsprings of their own kind, not different. Okay, so the process by which living things produce their young ones is called reproduction. Then types of reproduction. What are the two types of reproduction? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is in amoeba, sponge, starfish and hydra. And here the asexual reproduction, only a single parent is involved in producing new organisms. So asexual reproduction, only a single parent is involved. And in amoeba, the binary fission takes place. So here first the nucleus divides into two, and then the body of the organism divides into two, and finally two daughter organisms will form. And then second type of asexual reproduction is budding. This budding takes place in hydra. So here some cells of hydra protrudes out or projected or forms a small bud, and this bud undergoes or this bud mature, and then finally after matured it detached from them or it break out from the mother or the parent and lead an independent life. Okay students, so it is very easy to study, so all of you study all the portions well. Okay, thank you.